cast that, and it's very nice casting, and you beat his dodger dex, okay? An area with a medium blast radius is covered in writhing plants that capture any living creatures standing there. Any creature affected by the spell is restrained and can only attempt to break free as normal. Attempting to break free requires an easy strength test of difficulty number 8. If the victim succeeds, this does not consume his action and he may act normally. Now, Nightbird, you are suddenly covered in all kinds of vines and plants and stuff like that, and there's not a thing you can do about it right now.
Well, I have blades. I can cut myself free.
Yeah, but you won't be able to do that until next turn. So, let's see.
Yeah, but whatever.
Okay.
After that happens, sorry!
Hey, Jim, not me.
Okay, Artorius.
Sorry, it's how the spell works!
Okay, so, let's see. Rios, Andon, Chris, and Peaches. Oh, wait a minute. Rios, Andon, and Peaches. Let's go ahead and deal with you next. Peaches, are you just barreling down the stairs?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna, pelt after him as fast as I can.
Okay. Andon is pretty much just bounding down the stairs unless Rios tells him to stop.
Oh, I'm just desperately trying to keep up doing my dramatic Cinderella run down the stairs.
One hand and trying to keep both shoes on.
Nice description.
That is a good description, yeah. Cinderella run.
Description.
Okay.
I love it.
So that I'm going to say that the three of you are done. You are one round each closer to being able to get outside. Okay, Chris, explain to me what it was specifically that you were doing.
I was going up to the apartment that he was in.
Okay. Do you open the door?
Yes.
Okay, now I've got a question. You know what? Here's what we're going to do. Well, I'm going to end up reading this anyway when everybody else comes back. So are you okay with pausing for now, or do you want to kind of shoulder ahead?
Wait, is there a window in his room that he jumped out of?
There was a window in his room. I described that earlier. But that's in his room.
And because my whole kind of plan that I realized is that I did a Google search about how high is 3 stories, and that's 39 feet, and my range of 25 meters is 82 feet.
I understand. But you're inside.
So how far away? Yes, but if I had a visual on him, I could use my telekinesis on him. Can I not?
You do not have a visual on him. There is no window in the hallway, and you have not entered the apartment yet.
Okay.
So what you do see is two big blood stains on the ground and some blood spatter against the opposite side of the tall wall that you were looking at a few minutes ago, or a few seconds ago, before you decided to telekinesis up the stairs.
Okay.
Okay.
Also, just for your information, I've activated my shield ring, so I now have a shield on me.
Okay. Do you remember how to activate that in the actual character sheet? Okay.
Yeah, I'm doing that now.
Just move it from oh crap! I can't remember that freaking name of it. Effects. From the inactive effects to passive effects on the effects tab.
Done.
Okay, thank you. Now you are at the door, and you've got a few more seconds before the round is over. Do you want to try and open that door?
Yes.
Okay. The door is extremely locked. Okay. You can, since it's an older handle, you can kind of feel the handle jiggles quite a bit, but the door is irrevocably locked. Unless you can change that.
Let me check something. Could I quickly remove the door handle with my toolkit?
I don't know about quickly, but you can start. So let's see. Let me look at this real quick. Why did I do that? Stats. I want to look at the skills that I have up on Artorius sheet right now. Let's see. What would that be? Well, you've got lockpicking. Oh no, wait a minute. He's got lockpicking. You don't have lockpicking. He does. And lockpicking is
lockpicking.
Right.
I'm removing it from the door.
Right.
That would be more of a profession, would it not?
No, there was some stuff that came out on profession recently. To be honest with you, the closest thing that you're going to have is probably science, but science under strength. So oh, that's not your character sheet. Open up your character sheet. Go over to your skills in the stats tab.
Okay.
And I know this is weird as hell, but they have a serious dearth of skills in this game. Find your science skill.
Found it.
And you see how you've got the drop down that says mind in it?
I've switched it to strength now.
Switch it to strength, and then go ahead and click on yeah, go ahead and click on science, and let's see what kind of a roll you get out of it to see how quickly you can do this if you succeed. Oh, wow. Well, okay. Let's see. It's going to take you 6 rounds to get that done.
Oh.
Yeah. You go and try and start jiggling with it and everything like that, and though the handle is kind of loose, it's still very tough. So to open it while keeping the door handle intact.
Who said I wanted to keep it intact?
Well, that's what you were explaining to me by trying to get it open.
I mean, I was thinking like removing it would be the quickest way, but
no, because the screws are inside of the door.
Oh.
Yeah, screws are always inside.
Well.
Do 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 rip do 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 do.
Could I use telekinesis to rip it out?
You could try, but it's probably going to destroy the door in the process.
I mean, it's just the door.
Yeah. So you could probably just take out the door.
Okay.
Okay, give me a telekinesis roll. Okay, yeah, that does it. But you've got a big hole in the door and the upper left-hand corner, which connects into the same side as the door handle itself, is exploded. And I need to see something here. This is a roll you guys can see, so it doesn't matter. Odds or evens?
Just
Odds.
Character.
Yeah.
The manager's gonna be really pissed you're destroying.
It's fine. She'll be reinstated. Not gonna be here for long anyway.
Okay. So you blew open the door. Now, you know most doors have a big, thick frame around the exterior of the door, right? Okay. You kind of blow that open, and the thin interior part is jagged and stuff like that, except in the upper right-hand corner of the door, which seems to have been weaker than the rest of the door. And as you go to look inside, a massive spark comes out from your right. Okay, and you feel something hard hit you in the face. Okay, it doesn't do any damage. It doesn't cause any bleeding. It was enough to get your attention. And you look over there immediately, and there is one of the 2017 version flat screen televisions that is now lying against the remaining frame of the door, no longer on its pencil mount, and you've managed to explode the entire screen. So now there's, I know it's just basically a big pixelated field. It's not even glass anymore. So you've got like all these pixel things all over the place. But yeah, you've destroyed the television. Nicely done.
Again, we're
Awesome.
not gonna be here for long.
Yeah.
I may have kind of wrecked the crime scene a wee bit, but it's gonna be okay. I could just blame it later on him. Nobody else is
Sure.
It's for the greater good.
here. Yeah.
Okay.
Nobody saw nothing. You were home watching TV.
Yeah. That TV right there. So I quickly make my way to the
Oh no, you don't. No, you don't. Not yet. All
Next
right.
round.
Maybe.
Okay.
As the door to the apartment at the end of the hall is shattered into a billion pieces, the light plays only enough. Huh?
Only the door area, handle area. I ripped it off. It wouldn't shatter the whole door to a million pieces.
Dude, you use telekinesis.
Yeah, it's pinpoint accuracy. Well, not pinpoint accuracy, but it's it's not a whole like me taking a wrecking ball to it.
And it's also not designed to do the kind of thing that you're doing.
I have enough control of it to lift myself up into the air.
That's a natural part of the telekinesis. But destroying a pinpoint thing, not so much. So let's see. What did you roll overall?
I rolled a
16 action total. Okay, yeah. So a total of 30 on your dice. The door is still pretty well splintered. No, the door is destroyed. It's one of those doors that you're less likely to destroy the door handle than you are the door. Have you ever seen The Shining?
I understand, but Paul, I'm just ripping out the door handle itself, so that I would just take out the wood around it.
But
whole door.
What you're not understanding is the construction of these types of doors.
You're saying the door handle is built in through the entirety of the door.
The door handle is attached to the door in such a way that it will destroy the door. Because the door is that weak. You're talking, this thing doesn't even have armor to it. If you were to compare it to the cover and concealment rules in here, let's see, a heavy table gives an armor mod of +2, and that's a heavy table. This door doesn't even give that. So 6 inches plus of thick wood would give a +4. You've got less than 1/8 of an inch. It's not even press board. Have you ever lived in an apartment complex?
Yeah.
Yeah? Have you ever looked at any of those doors?
Less than 1/8 of an inch?
Less than 1/8 of an inch in the center of the door. And then there's a kind of a heavier frame, almost an inch deep, around the rest of the door. But it's all crap wood.
I'm having a rule right in front of me, and less than 1/8 of an inch, I don't think that's even enough to quantify as a door.
It is. Trust me. I've lived in enough apartments. I've seen doors that are pretty thick, but in the older apartment buildings, they're really thin. Okay, you can't even keep sound out of them.
Okay, I understand that, but if it's that thin, the thing should just pop right out. It shouldn't take out the whole door. Just
Did you think of that?
Yeah, that's how I...
Okay, I have to make a call here so that we can move on. The door is destroyed. It is too thin, and it's made of crap materials. It's not going to hold up under that. So
All right.
And the television with it because of how the door and alternating forces hit that television. So it's not a big deal. It's a door. Okay?
Yeah, but it's like I've also taken an engineering class recently, and I'm just like, okay. I'm just
It's fiction.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
I'm just getting invested in it.
All right. The light from the hallway plays into the apartment, shining on the couch and the coffee table. Residual light reveals a heat radiator along the wall shared with the hallway to your left, cluing you into the fact this apartment building has been in use for around 4 decades, if not longer. That same light shows the corner of what you might guess is a magazine and a couple of loose leaves of paper on the coffee table. Opening the door all the way, you see the bleak yellow lighting emanating from the hood of the stove oven appliance in the kitchenette. An ancient dining room table and chair set, the 2 remaining chairs mismatched for what you can see. The sink and refrigerator beneath the light, or beneath the time and paint worn, boy, I wrote that tough, didn't I? Cabinets above and the brick red faux tiling of the floor. Now this is like a bachelor's pad from the 1960s, okay, or early 70s. Finally, you see a countertop with a large white ceramic container and an almost empty half empty loaf bag of white bread at the edge of the light to your right. On the floor, near the bread counter, you see a faint blue light fading in and out, sometimes rapidly, though mostly slow. The smell emitting from the whole of the apartment is a mixture of sweaty, filthy socks and urine, with flies prevalent all over the kitchen surfaces and those of the heat register against the entry door wall. Reaching into the doorway, you find and flip the light switch. The room illuminates with more of the same yellow light as that in the kitchen from a standing lamp in the corner to your left and the light over the kitchen table. The lights are so weak they illuminate little. Closer to the open door, closer to the open door, a wall-mounted flat-screen television is destroyed. The remote control for that television is found on the coffee table. Now, I need to get you somewhere. Let's see. How do I pull you over? Let's see. I need to preload. And then let's see. That's C should be for Connor. Can I... Ugh. That's not going to help. So let's see. Connor, pull to... Well, I've got to get in the scene myself. Hang on. Which means I've got to minimize all of this. Okay, hang on. So, that door is now unlocked. Oh, and the door is open. I'll get to you in just a second. I've just got to make sure everything that I just read to you still works. And there, okay. Why isn't that showing up? Wow, did I... I've got a special scene for this, so... Very interesting. Oh, and I guess that was the hallway. Okay, then I need to pull you to the scene. And I need to give you your token. Okay. That's really weird. Why did it do that? Your token is crossways. So ignore the arrow. Hello? Why can't you go in there? Thank you. Okay, so Connor, do you see what I have on the map? Connor?
Sorry, muted, sorry.
Okay, do you see what I have on the map?
Yes, but it's awfully dark on the right side. Is it supposed to be that way?
Yes, it is supposed to be that way. There is a lamp that's here, okay? But You can't turn it on.
I hate to say this, Paul, but shouldn't I think that door is limiting the light, and that should be gone if you completely destroy the door.
Yeah, see, that's a real problem, because let me go ahead and move it out of the way. That's not going to help because the light is down here.
Okay.
Okay, and you destroyed the television, so there's no light emitting from the television. Okay. Anyway, you can see there are steps in here, so use your arrow keys to get around, but don't do it yet. I will unpause the game when it's time for you to kind of move. So at this point, I've got to get back to here for these guys, and then I'll deal with more. I'll deal with more description with you in just a few minutes. Okay, wait a minute. Okay, there we go. Now, back to the combat tracker. And let's see. Next round, new card. All right. So, that old chestnut is the name of the card. Oh, I didn't act for chess in the last round. Okay, guys, hang on. Just a moment. Let me get everything arranged like it's supposed to be. Okay, come on, open up. Open up. Looking down at you, Nightbird, and looking at all of the sudden vines. Okay, let's see. Breaking free is a strength test versus 8. So, strength or what? Okay, I gotta turn back and forth now. Oh, that's right. Just a regular strength test. So, strength. Ooh. He got an action total of 7, but he's got possibilities. So, he is a possibility-rated character, and Nightbird, you can kind of feel that from him as he looks at you intelligently. Okay, so he manages to do his strength test and break free. Now, as the instructions say, if the victim succeeds, this does not consume his action, and he may act normally. Chess puts on the speed and runs into the trees.
Well, guess I'll be chasing him on my turn if I can get free.
Okay, now it will be a free action on this coming round for you guys to for Artorius to be able to drop the spell. So let's see. Artorius, do you want to go ahead and drop that spell?
He broke free, I might as well.
Okay. So, no, that's a free action. You still get to act if you want to try. But I mean, when he picks up and goes, he's gone. Okay. Now, let me see something here. Artorius, let's see what your speed is, man. If I can get the freaking window to open. Okay, Artorius, let me open it this way. Okay, so Artorius, your move is 8, which is your walking, and then your run is a 24. So you're definitely slower than Nightbird, but you could get on his trail if you don't want to do anything else.
I'm just going to run after the guy.
Okay, so you drop your spell, and the vines recede almost instantly. It takes about twice the amount of time to recede as they did to pop up over. You run 24 yards unless you want to try and act in some other way, and then you would move. Here's the difference. Your basic movement is in meters. You get to move that far without penalty. If you move over the 8 meters, it's a penalty of 2. okay, to any action that you want to try and do. If you're just trying to run after the guy, then it's no problem. It's just your 24 yards and you're good to go.
All right, yeah, I'm just gonna run after him. I'm not gonna do anything yet. No.
Okay, so now Nightbird, it's your turn.
I'm running after him.
Okay, full speed.
Yep.
Okay, now let's see what you've got that could help you out. So let's see, you've got a dex of 10. That means your run is 30. Do you have any perks or gear that can help you in that regard? Endurance, speed demon. Speed demon is for when you're on a motorcycle in an open vehicle. The Eon Gusoku armor. You've got the Eon Gusoku armor. Because I don't presume that you would do that.
I haven't taken it off yet.
That's true. Okay, the wearer's dexterity is limited to 10. Tech Axiom 24 provides +4 armor. It does not say anything about speed, and you have not yet picked up any of the enhancements. And you would have to run back to get your motorcycle.
Yeah.
So you can move.
I would like to use these caltrops in my bag.
Okay.
And I try and slow him down with those? Or is that not going to work very good?
Okay, if you're running after him, that's going to give you a penalty of 2. The caltrops were not meant to be thrown.
Yep.
But
I didn't take any shooting.
But hang on. Let's see. Thrown weapons. Oh, of course, it's not going to give me anything about thrown weapons.
I mean, I can try doing another martial, like run up and try and kick out his shin or something and knock him down.
Well, hang on just a minute. Okay, you don't have anything in missile weapons, but missile weapons is not a bold skill, so that means that you can use it unskilled. If you would like to throw the caltrops at him, you're running, so that's -2. Caltrops were not made to be thrown, and I'm going to give that an additional penalty of 2. However, you're close enough in range you could probably count it as short, so that's going to be a total penalty of 4 if you want to try and do that.
Yeah, I don't think I'll do that.
Okay, what else would you prefer to do?
I'm just going to run after him and try to either trip him or tackle him, martial arts.
Okay.
Use a takedown.
Oh, okay. So you were able to get up, no problem, and you go to chase after him. But I've got to put 2 things down here. Okay.
Yeah, since I'm not going to shoot him or anything yet.
Okay, I'm not going to put that as 48. But 45 I might. Okay, update drawing. Hang on just a moment. Okay, and okay. And yes, that is the D&D font. I actually like it. It's a really nice font.
Yeah, it's almost 10 after 10 here. So.
Oh my goodness! Well, we've got 22 minutes.
Yeah, I'm just trying to give me a heads up.
Oh yeah. Okay, so
I keep misreading that name. I keep misreading that name as cheese.
Same.
It's French. It's French. They're going to have an E at the end, so technically it's Chesse. All right. So what else would you like to do, Ross?
Yeah. Oh, I'm 2 meters behind him.
You are 2 meters behind him, so you cannot attack him. You might be able to hit him with a sword.
Yeah, I didn't really want to have to.
Well,
Sure.
even if you hit him with the sword, you're only going to be able to cut him. Any
Yeah.
damage that you do is going to be shock damage.
I'm gonna try to hit him in the leg and get him to slow down or trip up or whatever. Then.
Okay, all right. Go ahead and roll it. It is
Or
now. Wait a
try.
minute. You're -2 because you have been running, and you're -2 because you're trying to do an aimed shot at his leg.
What do you want me to click on? Weapon or the skill?
You would click on the weapon itself. Let me get you open so that I can see exactly what's going on. Okay, if you're on the stats tab, the katana is the long, the wakizashi is the short. So
Yep.
So you've got your electric katana.
Yep.
You can hit the attack roll button to the right. It's actually, you've got your garbage can on the far right, the edit button.
Yep.
Okay, so go ahead and click on, I don't think you can shift click from there. Ooh, oh no.
Yeah, it didn't do the modifier.
It's a 12 action total, so hang on. Do you have anything in your action pool, any pool cards? Oh, wait a minute. I forgot to do this. Did you guys put any pool cards or any cards from your hands to your pools last turn? All of you are welcome to do so if you did not. And I don't think anybody did.
Well, I didn't know if I had anything that would be useful.
Well, it doesn't really matter getting them all out because you never know from moment to moment how things are going to change.
Yeah, because, well, you know, I'm still very new to the game.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to figure out how this works. Yeah, none of these like really benefit me. They're all meant for other people.
But that's the thing.
A supportive card or something that'll up a stat is always good to have in your pool.
Because if you can either use it for somebody else or you can trade somebody and have them use it on you. See, this is very highly cooperative game.
Let me put that one in then.
Okay. Okay, transfer. Let's see. I don't think I've run across that one. Play to give any number of your possibilities to other Storm Knights. See, that could be handy if people need it. So to do, you don't have a card for Andon, Rios, so don't worry about that because Andon can't have cards. Chris, Artorius, and then Peaches. However, you can, Rios. Oh, you've got a second card in there. Never mind. We're good.
Well, does anybody want that? I mean, does anybody that is directly facing off against Chess right now want to swap for my setback card?
I mean,
don't forget
you can transfer if you want.
Don't forget, you can take your mouse over the card name in the combat tracker, and it will pop up a copy of that card so you can read it. And Ross, I know it's real small, but man,
it is.
Yep.
Opponent fails. I mean, that'd be good if you chose to run or something.
Well, here's the thing. You guys got to go first this round, and the villain is going to be fatigued. So technically, if you traded that card now, you could play it now.
What, the setback one?
Yeah.
And set the guy back? Absolutely.
Yeah, if you want what would you like?
Well, the only card that you've got that you can trade to her is the transfer card.
The one I put.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. I mean,
is that okay with you, Rios?
If not, that's fine.
Okay, so guys, just go up to your hands in your character sheets, pop those open, and then you can click on the card to expand it that you're trying to send to somebody else, and then you give to. Yeah, there you go. Just find your give to.
Oh, it's not. Oh, wait a minute. It's not transfer. That's not. Oh, wait a minute. Oh.
So pass 2, which is the box with the arrow coming out of it.
Yeah, it didn't. Oh, there it is.
Okay.
It didn't work first time I clicked it.
Okay. Yeah, sometimes
it's Rios, right?
it looks like you've already traded it. So
I'm passing to Nightbird.
yes, and you're passing to Nightbird. That's correct.
All right.
All right.
And you guys hit the okay on there, right? Setback. Seize initiative. Leadership. Setback and transfer. Okay, they've been transferred. I think what it is when you guys trade, it doesn't finish the trade until both of you have hit the go button. So, yeah. Which makes sense.
That makes sense.
Now, Ross, would you like to play that setback?
Sure.
Okay, let's see. I don't think you can. Yeah, you can't click on the card in the combat tracker. You just go back into your card tracker, and then you hit the play button, which I think you did already.
All right. No, I clicked something else.
Oh, okay.
I flipped it over. All right, here we go. And play. All right.
Okay, so you play the setback. Close that. Close that. All right, so setback. Play to trigger a setback for the opponent as though it appeared on the drama card conflict line. Okay. Let's see, what kind of a setback? Kind of a setback could we do? You swung at Chesse.
Yep.
Here's
slow him down.
Right, to try and slow him down. Okay, that's what I'm going to do. Okay, so the electric katana actually did hit. Okay, and that katana does how much damage? Strength +4, so that's 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
Yeah, it says 13 on them.
Okay, here's what we're going to do. The guy is going to take a total of 5 points of shock. Okay, and it will slow him down, but not like you think, because when you hit his leg, you feel the flesh kind of give, but it feels wrong. The flesh does not feel right there. And
cyber or something.
And then finally, once your blade stops, you hear a tink. Yep, he's got the. Let's see, he's got the not the Trigon body plating. Why do I have Trigon body plating on there twice? I'm gonna have to check that out. He's not supposed to have that twice. He's got the legs though. There they are. HardPlas legs. Strength tests are favored, +2 armor on the legs. But you gave him a setback. You got past all of his armor. And why do I have that twice? Oh, okay. Let me get rid of that. I don't need that there. I only need the Trigon body plating once. I was trying to update this guy, and I didn't get it finished. And you hear that tink, which can be, if you think about it, a good measure of the number of mods that he has. Okay? But it does slow him down for the next turn. And you may be able to catch him if you push. So, and we'll work with pushes here in a few minutes. That was your run and a nice hit. Okay, why is Nightbird marked as yellow? Huh, that's interesting. Okay. So let's see. I'm going to assume Rios, Andon, and Peaches are still working their way down the steps.
Well, I guess.
Did I'm going to put this to you guys and see what you think. Would you like to make a dexterity test to see if you can go faster? A failed test is not going to slow you down. Okay.
Okay.
So, Peaches.
Straight dexterity?
Yeah, give me a straight dexterity test.
Oh.
Okay, like I said, it's not going to slow you down. Okay, but it only means that you can still only, go down one turn. Rios, would you like to roll for yourself? And then Andon, or Andon first and you, whatever. But you got to tell me who's who.
All right. I think I'll roll for myself first, since that's an easier character sheet for me to pull up.
Okay.
17, all right.
Okay, that's an action total of 12. The basis was going to be at 10. That's not really enough to cut off any time. So you're still doing your princess run down the steps. Okay, now Andon is in the actors directory. Okay, the one with the 3 heads to it in the upper right.
Okay.
And then click on Storm Knights to open that.
Storm Knights, followers and minions.
Followers and minions. Andon. And then just a straight dex test for him too. The sheet is laid out a little bit differently. Ooh, 10. Hey.
Ooh.
25. Okay, which
Nice.
gives him a 17 action total. So that 3, 2, 1. Ginger. Andon almost runs you over as he comes up behind you, but he doesn't go down the stairs any further than that. What's that?
Is he doing parkour and bouncing off the wall and then bouncing around?
Kind of. His left foot slipped out from under him, and he went trying to slip down the stairs a little bit, and then stop just in time to not run you over. So he was able to catch himself nicely. All right.
It's only one flight of stairs, though.
No.
So we shouldn't have to.
No, there was 2 flights of stairs.
All right.
Remember,
so, how many rounds would that take?
Well, it takes 1 round to get down about a flight of stairs, and then you've got to traverse the landing and get turned and down the next flight of stairs, etc., etc. And that's the way that I set it up. You guys are pretty much at the bottom now. You and Andon, you step off the last step at the bottom just as Andon comes sliding behind you. Who knows? Maybe you turn around and help him. Something like that. But but the fire door is directly to... Did you turn around to help Andon? Then the fire door is to your left. If you did not turn around to help Andon, it's to your right. But you'll be able to get through that door on this coming turn. Okay? Now, so let's see. That's Rios, Andon, and Peaches, and Chess is last, but he's going to be fatigued with a total of 5. Actually, let's go ahead and just mark that down to 9 right now. Okay. Chris, you are up next. And I have some more description for you.
Okay.
All right. Over the couch table rests a black sheathed wire with one end dangling on the side of the table opposite the couch.
I clicked out of that area, sorry.
Hang on. Okay, come on. And pull the scene.
Thank you.
Okay, so right about here, okay, you see that wire, the one end dangling on the side of the table opposite the couch, in some manner of router antenna lying toppled on the floor between the couch and the table, which would be about right here. Okay, as if the wire were thrown across and dragged back when the antenna fell. A large rectangle of near dustless area is found at the other end of the table down here, okay, where most likely a case of some type rested for a long time, as the dust is quite prominent across otherwise undisturbed parts of the table. At the end of the table, lying open and spread close to a manila folder, an attaché case holds some high-tech veriprints of dossiers for a man named Atelkus Alhamabar. The hollow images showing him as a well-dressed thug straight out of the 1930s, but of obvious Arabic origin. Another is seen above that for a man named Wuhan. Those who do not hail from, well, you don't hail from there, so you wouldn't know that information. Anyway, from the Nile Empire, anyone from the Nile Empire will recognize this guy, but the rest of you won't. The far cushion, this one over here, remains, remains depressed as though it were just vacated, and if felt, is still warm. The rest of the living room is, despite being somewhat disheveled, as you might imagine an apartment from the late 1980s looking. The kitchen has a single small table and 4 chairs, only 2 of which match in height, seat size, and color, and you can see grease and hair from the open door between the exterior hallway and the living room. So there's grease and hair somewhere in this area. Okay, and I mean the carpet is super nasty. It looks like it hasn't been changed out in about 30 years. Okay. Now, where do you go from there? You see, I forgot to describe this, and it's not showing up the way it's supposed to. You see...
I was going to say, I'm going to turn on my phone's light.
Okay.
So that's a flashlight.
Yeah. Okay.
Look around.
You turn on your flashlight.
Can I get a look into the...
Why? In the... No, wrong wall. Hang on. Oh, come on. Let me make sure about this. Light restriction, normal side restriction, normal sound restriction. That's a door. And it's not locked. It's just closed. You should see a door there. Yeah, there's a door there. Okay, do you see the door right about here?
No, it's pitch blackness. I can't see shite.
Okay, well, let me get a light in here. There's a light.
Over at
That's why
that Frankenstein place.
And that's why I was saying that I get out my phone as a flashlight so I can see around.
Okay, well, let me see. Oh. Okay,
I could get, like,
change this. Light animation. Okay, basic light radius. Okay, so dim light is going to go out 7, bright light to about 3.5. Update token. There you go. That should help.
Thank you.
Uh-huh.
Now I can see.
Now I can't.
See the door right there.
I can't move your token. Why can't I move your token? You can't move your token either. Now you should be able to. Okay, so now you can see the door. When you open the door, and you can click on that, and it'll open the door for you. Okay.
Ooh, nice.
You even have enough movement to step in if you want. Okay, I wonder why that arrow is like that. That's super weird. All right. Inside the room is a queen-sized bed, and you can see the outline of a chest of drawers along with 2 doors on the left wall. The far door is closed, so that's this door over here. Okay. But the near door leads into a bathroom, the lights being off. So that's this one. Right?
Okay.
So a figure of Jesus is on the cross, but instead of nails, and you see that figure up here. And you see
wires?
There are wires, yeah. Above the bed is a crucifix embedded. Let's see. Yeah, there we are. Embedded with flashing chips that are flashing in an organized fashion. A figure of Jesus is on the cross, but instead of nails in his wrists and feet, there are wires plugged in, which are then coiled around his body and lead into the chips adorning the cross. The lights brighten the back half of the room and pulse unevenly, illuminating a pair of lamps to the left and right of the bed.
Are the lamps on?
No, but there is a light switch. You want to flick it?
I flick it.
Okay.
Yep.
And all 3 of these lights come on at the same time. Okay, and you see a window over here that seems to be over this little lampstand right here. Okay.
How big is the wet window?
The window is fairly good sized, and the curtains, the blackout curtains, are moving.
All right.
You want to head over there?
Yep.
Oh, that's my 9:30 alarm. Okay, so on parting the curtains, okay, you see a forested area behind the apartment complex, and you see a small grassy area that's not very well tended. There's more mud than there is grass in the area, and you see your companions Artorius and Nightbird running after a figure that has brown hair. Though you can't really tell from where you're at if he's an older person or anything like that, but he is wearing the typical cyberpunk black duster and is just running hellbent for leather. And as you get to that window, you see Nightbird take a swing at the leg that is back towards her, and she connects. Okay. You can't hear anything because it's pretty far away. It's well over 30 meters away from you right now, and you're higher. So, the way sound travels, you're not going to hear that, the tink that I described for Nightbird and Artorius. Okay? And
so I'm way out of range.
You are kind of way out of range, yeah. Actually, look at your psionics.
25 meters.
25 meters for all of them?
Let's see. Pyrokinesis is shoots burst 5. 25 meters.
Okay, so you are at least.
Then, yep.
Mm-hmm. So you are at least 35 meters away, because he jumped out only 3 meters from the window. And he was 3 meters tall. I'm not going to figure out the math on that. It's probably 36 or 37 meters if you look at it from a mathematical point of view, but I'm not going to go into that.
Well,
wait a minute. Why is this saying no active encounter? Oh, I know why it's saying no active encounter. Okay. So do you want to stay here on this map, or do you want to come back? I'll leave it to you.
Frick.
Well, listen, if you try to do anything on the next round, okay, we'll see what we can do to help you out with that, okay? Now it is Chesse's turn. With, let's see, with Nightbird injuring him, okay, come on, pop open. That means that Artorius is going to lose 8 meters instead of another, or I'm sorry, 4 meters instead of another 6. So yeah, that's 10 meters. I can do math. And then Nightbird is going to stay right on Chesse's tail. Okay. Now, here's what we'll do, if you guys are okay with it. Let's see, get that out of the way. Okay. Let's go ahead and close it down for the night. And I'm going to go ahead and set it for round 3. And we'll start with round 3 the next time when we play. Fair enough?
Yeah.
Sounds good to me.
Okay, any questions before we go offline here?
No, this has been fun.
Not at the moment. Other than Nightbird telling him to give himself up.
Okay. He does not respond.
Yeah, I figured as much.
Yeah, sorry about that.
It's alright. I'll just take off a leg now.
Okay.
No.
Now the combat tracker will stay up for the week, and all of the information that's on the board right now will also stay up. Rios, I know that you wanted to consecrate some items, and did not get the chance. But I'm going to ask you to keep that in mind for a later date.
Gotcha.
Okay? If you guys want to make notes on your sheets or whatnot, that's fine. All right. If there are no questions, I will beat you guys up. I mean, I'll see you next Sunday. Fair enough?
Take care of more.
Yeah, sure.
We'll take care of that guy.
All right. So, until next week, sports fans.
See you guys.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
See ya.
Night.
Good night.
Bye.